Got Caden working on the red fire. Today is the day we are installing some ATS Cadillac Brembo brakes on the red fire.
Taking a break from the Fox finally.
No, we're not.
Today we are.
Well, maybe we're gonna get cranking on that too. So let's flip this around, see what we got, and we're getting right to work. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have had quite a number of people reach out for this Cadillac ATS brake install using the S&S kit?
Yeah.
S&S kit. So we're gonna do a in-depth dive in before and after the whole walkthrough of installing these ATS brakes. So stay tuned, follow along, because we are getting straight to work.
Brembos off the Cadillac ATS-V. These are brand new. You can get these on Rock Auto. They're $145 a piece with no cord charge, brand new in the box. They come in the GM box. These are actual AC Delco new Brembo calipers. So when they come out of the box, they're going to be like a dark gray. They'll have Cadillac Brembo on there. I sanded them down and painted them. And there's a couple things you have to do with these before you can put them on the car. So the first thing you're going to have to do, they come with pressed in bushings to match up with the bracket for the Cadillac. So these bushings you're going to want to press out. What I did was I screwed a bolt in through the back and then hit them with a hammer to knock the bushings out. So once you got the old bushings out, this is the S&S engineering kit. So that kit comes with the bushings, the rotor spacers, those little metal shims that we showed you, and then the hardware for this. So you'll press these in using a vise or a C-clip. They're pretty tight, so I would put them in the freezer for a day or so before you go to do it. And then once you press those in, there's some more stuff that has to be done on the back side of this. So the way those orientate, you have to grind out a little bit of the caliper so the bolt can go in. And we'll show you on the other one that I haven't done yet. I left them.
So let's get a straight view so you guys can see how that where that bolt goes in is sitting not kind of straight in the middle there. That's what he's saying. You just got to waller out that hole a little bit.
Some people clearance these before they push the new bushings in. I don't like to do that. I like to put the bushing in and then only clearance the amount that I need for the bolt to screw in. So we'll show you what we're talking about on the other one that I haven't done yet. And you can see it's kind of a pain with the Dremel tool. It wants to jump around on you a little bit, but it's an aluminum bracket, so it's not too bad. Just a regular metal bit on there will give you what you need to do. And then that's it for these. We painted them up, we clear coated them, and everything else on here is ready to bolt on.
This is rattle can paint, guys.
This
is straight out of a can. This isn't at a body shop.
It's Aluma Blast with clear coat.
And you got the 2K?
Yeah. No, it's the Duplicolor caliper clear.
Okay, so it is made for calipers.
Yeah.
So, guys, that's nothing fancy. That's just legit out of a rattle can in the yard.
So this is the shims that go behind the rotor to push the rotor out, so you have the right depth and clearance for the calipers. This is the bolts that come with the S&S kit. So on the back of this one, I haven't clearanced it yet, so I wanted to do it on video. You can see the bushings. You can't put the bolt in. You have to clearance.
Do it again.
doesn't line up.
Right. So you're taking off a
Very small
amount. It's really nothing, guys. This is something that is a beginner
It's
level.
5 minutes with a Dremel.
Beginner level with a Dremel.
And since we're taking everything apart, I got Stock Tech lines. Braided lines, I think, are one of the biggest upgrades you can do to the brakes on these cars. Even if you stay stock calipers, going to a braided line, the braided lines don't swell like the rubber lines do when they get hot.
Yep.
So your pedal will be a little bit firmer.
And these are inexpensive too.
Yeah, they were like 80 bucks or something like that.
So nice upgrade, stock or upgrading. But for the money,
let me add.
Realistically, what do you think you have in this entire?
Well, we'll go through it.
Okay.
The Stop Tech or the braided lines will come with the correct banjo bolts to screw into the back of this caliper.
Okay, perfect.
For the Mustang. So this is for a 99 to 04 Mustang. You order that Stop Tech kit with these calipers, and the banjo bolt will screw right in.
Easy.
So I haven't messed with trying to install these with the stock rubber lines. I've always gone right to the braided line. So we've got 145 for each caliper. So call it 300 for easy math.
Yep.
The pads were 70. These are the carbon fiber extreme pads from Power Stop. And the S&S kit was, just call it 200 shipped.
So 300, 70.
370.
So now you're at 570.
Yeah, and then the lines were like 70.
So you're looking just over 600.
For a 4-piston.
So let's say to your door, shipped to the house, 650 all in.
Yep.
And if you guys want, with that little extra money, say call it 660. Now you got the painted, cleared, and you got some Brembo stickers on there.
Yep.
For under $700 for some 4-piston
Brembos. Huge upgrade over the stock brakes.
Yeah.
Going from the silver car, which has this setup, to this is night and day difference. You could also do the ATS Brembos, but that uses a 14-inch rotor, the bigger rotor.
But isn't there? It's a
different.
That's
kit.
a totally different install because.
Yeah, you got to change rotors, you got to change brackets. There's a lot more to it. This is the way to go for ease, I think.
And that guy, I don't think, does it anymore.
S&S makes a...
Oh, do they S&S?
Okay. XTS.
Because he was selling that, his patent there or something like that. So.
And then if you wanted to go bigger in the rear, full tilt boogie makes a couple different options. A lot of guys, when they do these, will do the Taurus calipers in the back to correct the bias. I had attempted to do it on the silver car. I had leaks and problems with the Taurus calipers. I put the stock calipers back on. I don't autocross the car.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about the bias being off.
I have the ATS on my red car, stock rears.
Yeah.
Car night and day difference.
Full tilt boogie also makes an adapter that will move the stock caliper out and angle it, I guess, which corrects the bias, which can correct the bias as well. So there's a couple different options if you're worried about it. For what we're doing, I'm not messing with it. It's not worth the hassle. And those Taurus calipers, they come off the box, out of the box, and they're leaking.
Yep.
So you got to basically take them apart and rebuild them before you install them. But other than that, this is pretty straightforward. So we're gonna get started. We'll take the stock stuff off. I know we had a couple people asking about that. It's not for sale. I'm gonna hang on to the stock stuff. I have everything that I've taken off this car staying in a box to go with the car or whatever, In
the future.
In the future, yeah. So
cool. All right, let's get right to work. All right.
Yeah. All right, guys. So we got the stock stuff off, and
which, by the way, before we get into that, show me you got 2 bolts. That's it. You got 2 bolts on the back of the bracket for the caliper, and it comes off. So we're not really showing you guys any. You guys haven't missed anything.
15s.
That we don't think you've missed anything that's crucial to this step.
So you take the caliper and the bracket off. None of this is getting
one piece. We're taking the whole thing apart.
So from here, you put the S&S spacer on. That goes on. Your rotor goes back on. We've already clearanced, like we talked about, the bushing holes on this one. So it's just a matter of putting it back on like stock.
There's 2 bolts in the back, and you're using the new hardware, correct?
Yep.
And at this point, again, he's got one in. He's going to put the second in. For the most part, this is probably the hard part.
One thing I forgot to mention earlier, when you're putting these bushings in, it's important to note the orientation of these marks. See if we can see it in the light there. There's an angled mark right there, and there's a 90-degree mark right there.
Right here?
Yep. So you want those marks to line up with the caliper, and that's included in the S&S engineering instructions.
But you have a mark over here too.
No, you want these two marks.
Okay, so
look at the orientation of the holes.
Yep.
And these are the marks. If these are not correct, this will not line up with the stock spindle. So this has to be correct, the orientation.
Easy enough, so. Just for reference, guys, the new bolts are a 16, not a 15.
One thing that's important is to make sure you put these on the correct side when you install them. The bleeders have to be on the top of the caliper.
Which would make sense.
If they're on the bottom, you'll never get the air out of the top of the caliper.
So,
ask me how I know.
You've done this before, I take it.
I might have made that mistake when I installed them on the silver car the first time. Wasn't paying attention.
Well,
went to bleed them, and as soon as I went to bleed them, I was like, oh,
crap. At least it's only a handful of bolts you gotta take off.
Yeah.
Do you already have the other line off of there?
No, I wait to do that until the last step because it's nasty.
Okay, makes sense.
So,
we gotta put some. Do you have a catch pan?
Yeah, I got one. Got the Stop Tech lines here, and it comes with the new banjo bolt and the copper gasket or the copper washers. So, banjo bolt, copper washer, through, copper washer, onto the back of the caliper.
Can I be honest with you, dude? I think I like the copper color we had before.
That's alright. I like this.
Can we paint them and go back?
No. Absolutely not.
No, I think that looks. I think the aluminum blast was the key. Was the ticket.
Yeah.
Looks good. Now these obviously are just cut to size and everything else. You have to. You're not messing with them at that point for length.
No, everything's done here. Yeah.
Like you said, we will probably do that last again, just because it makes a mess. We do have a catch pan here, because you don't want to make a mess.
No, especially on this. It's very expensive floor.
Yeah. His garage is a lot nicer than my garage.
But I also own the house.
Yeah, I'm not going to put any money into that.
We'll see how long I own this house for. I don't know. We're ready to move.
Don't move into my neighborhood. I got a HOA letter because I had like 4 weeds in the cracks of my driveway. That's fun. I got less than 10 months, and we're actually going to look at places this weekend.
Not Chris and I.
Not us. No, gosh, not me and Ryan.
Although it might be cheaper.
Yeah. All right, we'll get this set up, and guys, we'll come right back.
All right, guys. So we're gonna break this line loose now. Can you grab me a couple paper towels? Yeah. And make sure you're ready to with your drip pan and everything else once you are about to start, because this thing will leak brake fluid. And, you know, I stuck something in there. But so there's a push pin here. You have to take out like a clip.
Let me see if I can zoom in there a little bit while you're working.
You might need a set of needle nose to get this out. Can you grab me some needle?
Probably say flathead was the
Yeah,
better option
flathead
there.
and needle nose lifted up, and then a flathead to pry it out. I'm gonna wait until I've got this screw disconnected, or the threaded flare disconnected before I take it out because I don't want the caliper to fall down. Get yourself a brake wrench.
You guys don't know
because you'll strip these out using a regular wrench. So get yourself a flare nut wrench to do this.
Harbor Freight.
Yeah.
Cheap enough. All right, guys. This
Don't forget this.
A simple green. I'm telling you, every time I come here, it's like
I know a guy that does paint work.
you do not know a guy that does paint work and preps with simple green.
All right, guys.
If Gray heard you saying that, he wouldn't paint your parts. All right, where are we at?
So when you put these lines in, there's a little notch on that line, and there's a notch on the bracket on the car. So you want to line those two up. We'll show you on the other side putting it together. But I got it all connected. I like to get the fitting snug before I put the bracket back on. It gives you a little bit more flexibility with this fitting. If you put this on there, put this fitting or this connector clip, whatever in, this line's going to be super rigid and it's difficult to get that started. So I would do this after you've got it threaded in. And then once we put this in, then we'll come back and tighten it.
Oh, you're saying thread it and then clip it?
Yes.
Okay.
Because that clip makes it super rigid.
And then right now it's just kind of hand tight.
Yeah, I've got it tight. Now we'll go ahead and make it good and tight.
So would you say that at this point this is installed?
Yes.
So we didn't really when we paused and came back in, we're talking maybe 2 or 3 minutes worth of time, just so you guys aren't watching dead space. This was at this point it's quick. Once you get those bushings pressed in the back, you hone out those holes a little bit, and you put we even have the pads in. What we're going to do on the other side is show you how to install the pads on these Brembos, because it's not like that traditional where it clips in. These ones actually push in from the top. So we'll go over that too on the other one, the passenger side. And we have a set of Brembos installed on the Cobra from a Cadillac. And I think the color choice, man, was spot on.
Yeah.
That's going to look really nice.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah. All right, so we'll get to the other side. We're going to break that one down.
We have to clearance the bushing holes and stuff, so we'll go through all that.
And we'll show you that as well. So keep following along, stay tuned. And we're going to get, again, this is a more of an in-depth video on kind of what we're used to filming, so we'll get right to it.
So you can see, guys, it's not too much. I mean, we're almost already there. Some guys will drill these out before they push the bushings in. I'm not a fan of taking a bunch of material out. I'm a more, less is more with this kind of thing. So we're gonna finish that, do the other side, and then we'll come back.
And you want to show them bit real quick?
Yeah, this is just like I was switching between these two. It's just like a metal bit. This has a little bit of plastic on it from my mom's car.
Oh, from the radio.
Yeah. When you're doing this, guys, be careful not to hit the threads on the bushing. You nick those threads with this bit, the screw might not start.
You're talking about inside there.
Inside there. So just be careful. Pay attention. Ready? So we're gonna put the pads in on this side. These are so much easier than the stock Cobra pads.
The traditional, yeah.
So they literally just slide in.
Let me come over there. So you guys can see they go in through the top. They just literally just drop in. And then I think there's like a retaining pin.
There's 2 pins. So you slide the pin in through the back. And then you're gonna need a hammer to tap it in. But there's a little sleeve on here, a little collar that collapses when this goes in through the back. You just tap it with the hammer. So after you do that, take your clip.
And this grease comes with the kit too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grease where you're gonna have metal on metal contact. Just little ears right there.
And that will down the road eliminate some of
Then that goes like that.
some road noise.
Slide your pin in. Make sure everything's lined up. Tell if that pin's lined up there or not. Come towards me a little bit. Alright, and then you just take a hammer and tap those pins in from the backside till that crush sleeve. It's flush.
And these pads are 10 times easier than doing the factory Cobra ones. Let me, do we have one of them off?
The other caliper
Yeah.
over there.
Just want to give you guys a idea of what we're talking about. The way these go in the back here, you have these metal teeth that you gotta get in that hole and perfectly line them up and press each side in, and then vice versa on the other two. It's a nightmare.
Stupid.
So, stupid. This is way cleaner. Let's go do that other the other brake line.
When you're doing this, don't forget your simple grain.
Don't. I'm so sick of Simple Green. Hey, unless Simple Green wants to help us out, this is probably your biggest customer is Ryan. It's insane how much he has at this house. I mean, it doesn't make any sense.
It knows everything, bro.
Yeah. I can see that. All right, so we're gonna work on this brake line here. So we're gonna get everything set up, and then we'll come right back to it. All right, guys, so where we're at with this, we're not really gonna kind of show it twice. We're just simply taking off that clip, undoing that brake line with the brake line wrench, and gonna put the new braided one in. What we will show you is actually bleeding it and getting the air out of the lines and making these brakes, you know, work properly at that point. So we'll pick back up there. We're just gonna finish this line up, and then at this point, it's just bleeding them after that, right?
Yeah.
So, and then this is a Brembo brake ATS install, which took us it took longer to Dremel out those holes than anything. So we'll come right back to it. So just to give you guys a quick sneak peek, we went ahead and did the Aluma Blast on the rears, and I think it looks awesome with the wheel setup and everything. So it looks good, and I think with that front with the wheel on there, it's gonna look even better, just because those Brembos are so much bigger, but a little bit more sunlight there. If you guys are into that that look, again, that's the Aluma Blast. And let's find that can real quick so we can. So again, this is the stuff we were using for those calipers, so it's good stuff.
Great.
It works great. Highly recommend. Mine, again, I color matched mine, so it's the red fire. He didn't want to quite be twins, so he went with this, and again, I think it looks awesome. So we're gonna get this all finished up here. We'll come, again, like I said, we'll come back when we start bleeding these. All right, where we're at now is we're just finishing up the install completely and bleeding the brakes. Got my son in the car pumping it, and
Go ahead, pump, Caden, 10 times and hold it at the floor.
and just bleeding it here, and then this is finishing up this install.
Again?
So again, there's 2 bleeders on these calipers, right, Ryan?
Yeah.
One on basically in the one on the inside, one on the outside. So he's just going back and forth between the 2 and bleeding them and getting the air out of the lines. And that's it. And then these guys are done. Wheels are going on, and we can test drive it.
In case y'all didn't know, I hate bleeding brakes.
He's not in the.
I hate brake fluid. I hate slimy, whatever.
We did kind of spill some on the other side, so Simple Green was there though and got it all cleaned up.
You better believe it. Not a spot.
I'm not kidding you guys. Look, watch this. Simple Green.
Hey, if it works, man.
I agree.
All right, let's go. 10 times, bro.
But guys, we're just doing this until it looks like there's no air in the lines.
Go ahead.
Realistically, 2 or 3 times on the inside and then the outside, and that seems to be the number. And it's been wrapping it up. So we're just gonna finish this here. This bleeder that we got is from Harbor Freight. It's nothing special.
I think we're good.
Yeah, I think we're good too. And we're just using that, and again, the old school pumping. And you can get some, you get fancy with these and get some nice ones, but this works for us. So we'll get the wheels on, do some before and afters, and see how this thing looks on the ground. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, the Brembo brakes are completely installed, done, ready to go. All we need to do now is just seat the brakes. So, car looks awesome. I think the color was a great choice. It looks good with the red. It looks great with that brushed aluminum wheel. And just all in all, it was a nice, quick, easy install. And for, you know, out the door, under $700 complete. I think that's the ticket. I think that's the way to go. I mean, you can buy the Brembos that are for the car, but how much of those?
The Stop Tech kits are like $2,300.
Yeah, you can get the Cobra.
Air 6 pistons are like $2,400.
You can get the Cobra R ones, I think, for like $1,300.
Still not, yeah.
Yeah, but you're for the savings. This is, you know, in my opinion, that's the way to go. But comment below, guys. Let us know who's got the kit, who's buying the kit. Let us know if this video helped, and maybe did this video kind of push you into doing it. Because again, here's the you know, not that, you know, we're hating on the factory brakes, but I mean, what a night and day difference between the two here. So, guys, Cadillac ATS Brembos for the win. The Red Fire is completely just getting transformed here in such a short amount of time. You guys seem to really enjoy it, so we're going to keep pushing it out. And we'll end the video like we do. Guys, it's Chris. Got Ryan down there. Caden helped us out again today. Brembo brake install, start to finish. Again, let us know. Throw us a like, subscribe. We're going to keep pumping these videos out. And we do appreciate everybody, and especially the attention you guys have been giving us. So stay tuned. We got more coming. And we're going to keep wrenching on these. It's Chris. We'll catch you on the next one.